Greetings everyone, hello and welcome back to downtown Sleepy Hollow. How very good of you to join and stick around to our, what is it now? It's looking like an industrial power city already. Lots of fumes surrounding us, and yeah, take a cup of coffee or tea, sit back, relax, enjoy as we continue onwards here. I love the details that we have in this game, right? There's so many things going on. First of all, there's so many messages going on as well. But outside of that, so many nice things that you look at when you look at the buildings here. There's a little fume over there. There's someone here doing something strange with that fan over there. The air conditioning, sabotaging or trying to steal something from it, I guess. He doesn't look like he's doing maintenance. Right, he doesn't have the proper gear by the looks of it, but he's doing something fishy over here. Yeah, whatever those people are. Over there, also someone talking with the air conditioning. It seems like the air conditioning in Sleepy Hollow in general is something very, very interesting. And in this case here, get a new mission. An iron mine we need to build to get a level 2 mill out of that. Ooh, yeah, why not? Because as of last episode, also something pretty nice. We have our iron deposits. That did cost me quite a bit, 600,000 to be precise. But with that, we have juicy iron ore coming in. Let's actually, so first of all, these windows here, they're driving me crazy because they're popping up all the time. And I don't care about them, not in the slightest. Let's go ahead. Can't hurt to have more iron than what we need, right? Because you need just so much iron that I'm going ahead with this. By the way, we have another research mission completed. Thank you very much for telling me. You can definitely show me messages like this, okay? With this, we get the courthouse. And because we're producing and buying garden tools, another 15 points. And with that, we have 40 points available here as of right now. What can we do with juicy 40 points? Well, I can think about the most important one here. That's zone construction cost reduction by 20%. Sounds very nice because those zones are very expensive at this point, and we're reducing it by another 20. We already have done this before, so now we're pushing it by another 20. There you go. Off it is. Air pollution reduction we would have. This is also pretty neat. Each hauler carries 5 extra trucks, so each building, right? Each one of these company buildings that we have 5 extra trucks. That's nice and stuff like that. But building reduction for these zones here, that's pretty neat because we need to place a lot of these zones. Yeah, let's do it right away. I would like to continue with my office zone complex 3 zone that we have right over here. So this is really the thick of it, right? This is really the middle of the city, and we're gonna get some nice big office buildings in here. That is something I would like to continue with. The cool thing is they're also providing then lots and lots of juicy jobs. By the way, here I can see a little traffic jam, so we can improve this road here too, just in general increasing the amount of lanes that we have on both sides. Now still, I haven't seen a roundabout. I would love to see a roundabout here somewhere along the lines. Would be lovely. Now what is also lovely? Public transportation. We need that. Right now, all these people need to walk by foot, and that is just absolutely unacceptable. There's a lot of foot traffic, and there's a lot of traffic with the roads, of course, because people just need to get everywhere themselves. So we have a bus available right now. That's my starter one. That's the first public transportation, and we need to place our bus stops here. And the game is rather easy about this. Place the bus stop, have the bus running around. I would like to have the first bus starting right here somewhere. We could also make it here, honestly. I think this is safer. So really taking in all these residential zones that we have here with that first bus now, right? In this case, you organize your resources. Why are you telling me this? I'm building a bus station. We have the first one. This one goes in then into downtown here where we have the elementary school. So children are probably one of the main targets for this bus. The same goes with elderlies. The same goes with people that are living in these residential zones, want to go to their office spaces. So we're going to have then here our elementary school goes over here and then probably along the main road here into this office complex. Turning around here, so we're gonna make another stop over there, and then we continue with the bus back again. Or do we want to make a circle? Like, we could make the circle now here that goes back again. I think this would also work out great, so let's do that. So here we have another bus station, and with that I can already create my first line here really. All right, opening the bus, there we get a big plus sign. And now we can select our bus stop here. Then we go to the elementary school. Then we go to this area here, office zone, industrial zone, and then all the way back home again. I wonder if one bus line is probably doing the job for this, but we'll just see, right? That's it, and create the route. With that, we have it. We got the first buses in, capacity 40. Where can we see them? There they are. The first buses, a beautiful blue. We can also choose a different color palette if we want to, but I think blue is gonna be just absolutely fine. Vehicles, we can also decide. Passenger per day, we definitely want to increase that a bit, right? So let's just say 4 vehicles. That's only costing me 2,600, and we'll just see what comes out of that down the road. We do have a bunch of more bus stations, right? So especially here, we could make this one another point for another line that probably goes then into this area that is growing now, so that we have then a bunch of different lines connecting each other. Now this area, wait a second, what's about? The office zones are growing just very quickly right now. Speaking about office zones and demand, we have rather unhappy engineers. So my office zones and my engineers have something that they would like to go for. Advanced training for the office zones and the canteen. We haven't fulfilled that yet. I would like to go ahead though for the engineers and fulfilling some services for them first. So they would like to have a hospital. That is something new. And they would also like to go with some more shopping. So let's just check this out. We do have a hospital now. That is new. There it is. It does cost me a few more bunch of things. Okay. And we could have it here. We have the courthouse. Then you have the hospital close by. The hospital should not be, of course, in a high traffic area, right? So you need to have some space around it. This is also an office area. This is a public area here. So I think it makes sense to me to have the hospital here. Also, as we can see, we can just push almost all the people in, and especially all the high density zones then here as well. So I like my office zone, my hospital somewhere here as my next healthcare building. The other one that we have is then shopping. For this we have the shopping mall. I hope we don't need that. I would like to go ahead with a normal supermarket for now, because I think this is just much more feasible. The other one is just way too expensive, and I'm gonna go ahead and have my shopping mall right here. The shopping mall, that's a huge building, so this is something we're gonna have then later, right? Right now, let's go with those things. Anything else you would like to? Shopping, education, also something. Did we get something new out of that? No, not really. Another high school we can go for. And another elementary school. Let's have both elementary schools together here, right? Where we already have the bus station. That's not quite right though. But we need to have more. Oh yeah, this looks great here. It's not a high traffic area, and it would make all of these people very happy. So, but it's a main road. I don't like to have an elementary school on the main road. We could also go here. This looks nice, right? Because with that, we can also get a lot of additional people that are moving in here. Right, so 2 more schools to increase capacity. Because, you know, they have capacity. Like, this provides 51 education now. And this one provides 51 as well, but at 40% productivity. And we do have then a total demand. Can we see the total demand? 50 is for the medium ones and the engineers. Do they have a different kind? 70. All right, they need a higher capacity for education when it comes to that. Supermarkets, there we have it, right? Consumer goods need to be put in here. And then we also get this service going. It's actually working already without even having some goods in. Great. Next in line, we have our canteen. That is something I wanted to get a long time ago. For this, we need ready meals. Ready meals, we need flour, vegetables and fish, and we have all of this available. So I can now go ahead and finally get me this new production chain going. Yeah, once again, industry zone. Probably gonna go ahead and have it somewhere here then. We have this police station. I'm gonna move the police station a bit because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna need a second factory here for the ready meal. And then we basically have the canteen that provides the service. In the canteen we should have then where we have a lot of office zones. So basically everywhere here. And look at that, we could even squeeze it into this area. That would be lovely. Let's do this. Right in here beside the haulage companies, because that's all office here, right? And all of them want it. Yeah. All the way here. And all the way down here as well. So here we can also get more offices as expected. So this would be my first target for this. Okay, looking at my grain fields again. For now, production should be fine. We're sitting at 37. Wheat production, consumption is 24. Flour is actually also pretty fine, but bread is not. So another bakery is something we need. The flour mills though are fine right now for even for my canteen, right? So that is that. There's the canteen, still waiting for that food. There's the food, the input is there, perfect. And this one's producing now ready meals. Can we see the consumption rate for ready meals? There it is, production is 4, consumption is 3. So one canteen is 3, and yeah, basically it's a 1-to-1 almost, right? Building 4 of them allows me to have 3 canteens. That is the math that I'm taking out of this. Bakery though, that's something we definitely need to improve. And for that, where do we have my bakeries? There we have them, close to my coal mine. Let's actually go ahead and have 2 more, because I really don't want to do this all the time. And with that, we're having the bread. Production is fine now. How's it the flour looking? Now flour is slightly mismatched. So let's go ahead and have exactly 1 more flour mill. And then we should be golden now, right? Now it's almost equal here. And we have a nice flour surplus there. However, we don't have any more reserves for ale, right? Or beer, because beer needs hops and wheat. So I need to have another wheat plantation just for beer. That is gonna hurt me. Charcoal kiln upgrade we get out of a transportation mission. Of course. Of course. Where do we need to go? Oh, we need to go to the other side. We're starting in our new industry zone. And from here, we need to go to the city now. It's gonna take some time, I guess. It's gonna be a nice country trip. Unfortunately, my truck is not steering correctly, so it can't steer exactly straight. So I'm just pressing forward, and we're what is it doing? We're gonna extremely crazy here. But I'm doing it with a keyboard, right? So that's that. Okay, how many stops do I need to survive? 4. Holy moly. I only drank coffee, I swear. Nah. Whoa. Okay, that was absolutely radical. Come on, get to the road quickly, otherwise we're failing. Okay, this was fine. I think we were speeding a bit too much. I'm not even trying to... I mean, at least I'm trying to be on the right side of the street. But I'm not even trying to not kill anyone, because it's impossible to keep this thing stable there. Nice, thank you very much. Task complete. We get a nice upgrade for our charcoal kilns. We also have the iron mill. Task completed for the mill. Yes, flour mill. And now we have produced bread, and we have produced what? Already did that quite a few times. I think these are random missions coming in again from time to time to give me a stable supply of research points. Deliver 1,000 million. There you, I'm not gonna pay this, right? Lots of missions, lots of research. Let's get our engineers a bit happier. There are 2 that want toys. Toys is something as a production that we should be able to make easily possible here. So there is toys. It needs wood and it needs iron. We have a good production of this now, I guess. And now we can make a toy factory out of that. It will cost me a bit. That's okay. Let's get this toy factory here along the main road. It needs a lot of space. Well, gonna have it here. By the way, these logging camps we will need to move at some point and then expand our industry zone, right? We need to grow the zone there at some point for all these people moving in. Let's just wait it out and see how many toys we produce then with that. That would be lovely. Bread is climbing. My basics are still fine. Furniture is okay, I guess. Clothes. Oh, simple clothing. We have a lot of wool though. That's definitely also something I need to get going, even though this is an expensive production chain because we need to import a lot, right? I would like to use one of my boostings here, so my planning office, that unfortunately needs a road connection. I hate it for it because we could just so easily squeeze them in here. With this I could still get them all in. Yeah, having them here I could also boost the farm. That's nice. And then we have our toy factory. Isn't this looking lovely? I think it is. Beautiful facade color. And it's actually looking like a shopping area here too, right? So people are going for it. And production starts almost immediately. Nice. Getting us the toys in. So this would be that. We're producing 4 and consuming only 1. Glorious. Perfect. Alright, we have the resources. We lack workers and we have a huge demand of residential zones. So let's continue with the city expansion. Yeah, here in this district, right? So here we got those guys here. Medium zone. Let's have this one then over here merging together with the other medium zone that we already have. This is dirt cheap for me to make. Very good. So the city kind of like goes then into medium density zone again, right? And here it's high density zone. So whenever I have a bit of iron left, I would like to get us a few more of these guys going. Here we probably keep something. This is service district planned for me. And around that we just grow. Probably. In a grid. I would like to keep a grid to some extent going here in the center. Nice tax income. We're closing in on being a millionaire. Also, as we're closing in on 30,000 people. I love the game for its quirks as well, but the systems are really nice. They're motivating and, you know, it's just tight logistical systems that we have. I love it. Really sweet. More people. We're closing in on the next milestone. And there it is. A millionaire. How very nice. We do have that research mission now. Delivery. Okay, we need to deliver 1 million. I'm not doing that yet. We would get research points out of that. Lots of them too. But I'd rather wait on it for now. Regarding research, my next one would be probably mines with low resource density reach maximum productivity. I have no idea what that means. Your mines can extract the full amount of resources from resource poor deposits. We don't have that, I think. So let's actually go for storage capacity of industrial buildings is increased by 40%. And it unlocks me the next ones here. And these are actually nice. Productivity of all mines is increased. And the logger productivity from surrounding tree coverage can be over 100%. Sounds also lovely, especially since we constantly need more wood. So that would be something to consider. We have a fire. Sleepy Hollow wouldn't be a proper city without fires. There's one happening over there. And this one as well. I think we do, however, have fire coverage, kind of like. No, we don't. I need to have another fire station. Collision. Here. In the center of all my farming area. Just insane how crazy my taxes can go. Also my income with that, so we can afford another territory soon, though, you know, we don't really need to. So I'm actually going to go ahead and deliver that money. Yeah, we actually delivered it, alright. But we got 100 points out of that. So this is sweet. Yeah, in this case here, we can use that money now to, or these points here, right, to go for the social justice. The level of all walks of life resident satisfaction increased by 2%. Once again, I have no idea what that means. But what's more important is the effectiveness of laws is increased by 125%. No, I think by 25% in total then. So let's go ahead and get this one done as well. And then we have the rental income is increased by 10%. That is super sweet, right? Because this means we're getting more taxes in. So we should actually, yeah, there you go. Breach 100,000 tax income up to 126,000 now. Nice. Let's also have another row of engineers again. So this could be a park area, by the way. So I'm gonna go ahead and have my next engineers over here in this block. And this is just gonna be a city park. I hope at some point we're gonna unlock this to have something nice here too, right? But now we're growing those engineers into this area here, where it's merging then again with the next office zone that we have. And these office buildings desperately want workers. And there it is, milestone achieved, city status. And with that we get the National Haulage Company. Provides even more trucks. We get finally a city park that also requires new tools. Oh no. Get a movie theater. Mowing factory manufacturing quartz glass. Glass, my next construction material that we have. The tax office sounds nice. And also warehouses and a proper new port that we can have. Together with 10 lane roads. Still no roundabout. There's probably not even one. Large recycling plant, that's also something we will need pretty soon, I'm sure of it. Next would be then the big city here with a big hospital, cathedral, stuff like that. More buildings to unlock and chickens. Holy cow, yes. City Park, I love it. Let's go ahead and have it right here at this crossroad. And then, of course, yeah, being surrounded again by huge buildings and stuff like that. There's a one coming for all these engineers close by. That's a proper park. Like it? So I'm actually facing the problem that we're once again not producing enough iron. That is because of all my factories, of my tools production. This is all not enough yet, but I think coal is fire. Coal is also something. And then we have the iron ore and then the iron ingots, and this is just too small of a number. There is no upgrade to this building yet. Also for the mining there isn't. So the planning office is already working. So I just basically need more buildings here. Right, that would be the iron smelter. There's a large iron smelter coming. So that's hopefully helping us out. But let's go ahead with another small one and another small one here. As we want to push more. Definitely need more iron mines with that. So there we have the next ones with 90, 80, 90. Let's just push them together. There's 90 again. And then I definitely also need more charcoal again. Oh, do we have a coal mine? Coal deposit? Oh, we need glass for this. Okay, so that is something I need to work on as well. Let's get the next charcoal burner over there so that we always have enough coal available. And also on top of all of that, of course, we could work with more planning offices too. And very nice, it shows me the radius to boost the output. Look at that. If I place it here, I can actually make it so that the coal, the iron mines and the charcoal burners get affected by that. So there's the 120% now, and there's the 100%. This should actually be 120 now. Oh, it's not built yet. The 120% is from the research. There it is now. So now this should then push to 140 once this is occupied. Productivity 20%. There it is, 140. And here we're getting now the 120 out of that. That's lovely. Very good. Even though with that, coal is just barely surviving, and iron ore is actually equal. And iron itself, we have at least double. That's great. But I still need another iron mine. Crazy stuff. Let's go ahead and get this one. And it's providing jobs. That's the most important thing. We want to keep that unemployment rate down. Otherwise, people are getting really nasty. Okay, I think I figured out why they're showing this one here. Not because we lack workers, but we do lack the services, right? These buildings have no services at all right now. A new canteen is needed. So that's something I wanted to build anyway, because, you know, there's a whole bunch of more offices coming along here. So we could have a nice canteen here for these guys. And then we also need some parking, right? And let's have that parking, kind of a small one. Small parking lot. Probably over here. Because we already have one. These are overlapping now a bit. And let's make a parking lot. Not the parking building this time. Let's just try it out with the lot that we have over there. So these people can now walk to this place. Parking, canteen. There's also the advanced training. What is that? That we have over here. We can build it. It provides advanced training. It costs me quite a bit, but it's fine. We can afford it. And yeah, it's a huge building too. So let's get this advanced training right here in the center of it, of my office zone. And you know what? Because it fits, let's also have the parking garage next to it. It's a big building. A big building needs a big parking lot as well. There you go. And that building now is working for it. Looks a bit strange. Can we move it? So that the... we cannot see it. This is now how it's supposed to be. I think if we move it like this. Oh, that was wrong. Let's move it like so. That is right. Right, so that we have the parking towards the road. This makes sense. And then we move this one 1 inch further as well. And with that, we have it going. This should make these people here very happy now, please. Right, all services fulfilled for my office zones. Let's continue with the growth. We have lots of iron, so... Oh yeah, thanks to having the cost reduction, we can really place a lot. I mean, look at that. That's a lot of new engineers coming in. And they immediately want to join. Getting a bit closer now to the garbage collector. There's something we need to tackle once again. So all of this area here is now developing. Yeah, I mean the things you do for upgrades, right? These delivery missions. It's like I'm driving on snow here. That's the second last stop already. One more. And then we're golden. There's actually a time limit on these, right? So I do have another minute to fulfill it. Lucky us, we were fast enough and we did it and get another iron mine now. Iron mine upgrade, that's what I've been waiting for. So that I don't need to spam so many buildings and we can just go ahead now and upgrade them to the next level. Let's actually do this for some of them because we always need more iron coming in. Since we have so many engineers, I would like to work on my next production chain. That is now beer. Beer, food, beer, alcohol. We need the hops farms and we need the wheat farm. Now wheat is something we don't have anymore, right? So we need to have a bunch more fields now here. That's going to be costly. And also the hop farm. Hop farm, 23 projected production. Cost me 277,000. It just goes up and up and up. Let's build it. And then across the street here, we already have those sexy grain farms. Let's have another one. I hope we can still build it because that was already quite expensive. We don't have it, right? So here, projected cost, projected income, 17. Should be fine. We'll see. It will be close. Right. Right, we can actually place it wherever we want to. So let's have it here. And then it's nicely implemented into this block here. There's my service block for the farm area, right? That's my substation. That's my haulage company, stuff like that. Then we have now our hops over there and we have our grain over there again. Beautiful fields. Lovely. You can also see the big city there in the background. And what we can do out of this one now, well, is our final factory for this production chain. And that's the brewery, consuming way more wheat than hops, by the way. Like, okay, the ratio is here 4 to 1. So in this case, I hope this is enough beer. How much beer do we need? 2 tons. Yeah, the ratio is rather small. And also, this is a huge building. So let's continue with having my production, my industry zone expanding. Right? That means we need to get over there. Before I do this, however, we have a lot of these loggers. These are small loggers. We do have the medium loggers already working. And over here, we do have a nice productivity for them. So I would like to just go ahead and get me these going here. We need to have them a bit further over here, I guess. Medium logger. To have them started. And I could also, of course, before I just delete them, because that would be costly, I'm also going to move a bunch of them over. Actually moving all of them over. And in addition, I'm going to have a planner office here in the center. So that we push them even further. And, of course, with so many new production buildings here now, we will also need a new haulage company. Gonna have this one also right here. We also have the new one now, the National Haulage Company. Let's just see that later, what we can do with that. Ooh, okay, my tools are the lowest they've ever been with all of this. Can't change it. And with that, we have this space now available that I would like to immediately continue developing now. So this is my charcoal burner still. This we can also move, by the way. Totally did not see that we have another one. This is super nasty looking. Whatever's going on here, let's delete that again and just check this out a bit better. So I want to have this one in a straight line. And then here, this is an industry zone after all. Industry zones should be a bit more grid-like, in my opinion. There's also then here a little connection that we can do. And in that case, this is now an area that we can once again use. What we'll need here is water. Now, the interesting part will be electricity. Do we have a substation that's ranging over to it? Almost. Almost. One more is fine. We could also have a medium one. That pushes just way more. And I think I'm gonna go ahead with a medium one right here. And in that case, power is fine. So now... Oh, something is wrong here. This one. Okay, better. Even though this looks nasty. Yeah, we'll need to find a way of improving this. For now, I'm gonna go ahead with this. Now we can actually go ahead. We should have saved some resources again. Shouldn't be a problem with power though. Shows me that. No, it's going. Okay. Next in line now we have the beer, and this is where we're starting with the breweries now. I'm thinking about having now the national haulage company here too. So let's actually start with that. Oh yes. I mean, that's a huge industry zone here. And that's now the, I think, biggest depot that we can have for this kind of stuff. Coming along. Oh yeah, and this one has quite a few trucks now available here, right? That we can use. Very nice. And around that we have now our new production chains then, like the brewery. Let's start with this and have it, can we have it like so? I would like to see this as my next chain here. Another thing, if I have another one, we'll just see how much beer we're producing with that. Yeah, 5-2 now, very nice. So this is enough, right? The hops is fine. It's one hops plantation is way too much anyway, so we can sell it actually. And the wheat is also fine, very nice. Let's keep it like that for now. And there's the beer now coming out already. That was fast. This should make especially my engineers happy, and I'm expecting additional tax income out of that. That's a lot though, by the way. Yeah, 246. That's a pretty high level of taxation we get out of this. Plus a lot of happy workers, hopefully. There's the beer in, and they're not quite satisfied yet. Alright. These are hard people to please. They want more. They want e-bikes and they want books. Outside of that, it's fine. They're paying taxes. That's the most important thing. Also, I accumulated $2 million again. Can we actually repeat that mission? I think not. Right. Getting 1 million out for research points, if that would be repeatable, I would take it, I guess. Very nice. So with this, we have the beer. It's the bicycles now, the books, then some more services. And then we can already think about our manager zone, if that's what you're interested in. Hope you enjoyed this Highrise City. I like it a lot. Gotta say that. Stay tuned.